Yeah, what's the word, y'all? It's your boy Big Will, Life After Prison TV. We're gonna get into and see with this guy. Daniel Langdon, 31. Let's listen to him. This is the problem. This is the problem that we're having. Let's just listen.
This is 31-year-old Daniel Langdon.
31.
This, too, is Daniel Langdon, as is this.
Oh.
Pictures Toronto police say he altered to appear younger on social media. After a lengthy and ongoing investigation, police have charged Langdon with 96 sexual offenses.
You heard that right. 96. This is the type of person that we can't have on the streets. But listen to how they messed up again. How the system keeps failing our children.
Involving multiple underage victims since April 2021.
One alleged incident involved a 7-year-old victim who was sexually assaulted at a Toronto park.
Langdon, police say, was prolific on social media, where he used pseudonyms on multiple platforms, including Snapchat, TikTok, the teen dating app Swiper, and Instagram, where on one of his profiles he wrote that he likes friends, sunshine, pizza, and ice cream.
I mean, even this Swiper. Don't get me wrong. When I was 14, 15, 16, 17, I had a girlfriend. I love girls, right? But what's the age limit for it to be a teen dating site? Like, so let the kids form naturally. Let them meet in school. Let them do it personally, right? In person. When you add the internet into things, you know what's gonna happen. It's not gonna be two teenage kids just meet and date. It's for freaks like this. You know, I'm all for these apps that allow these pedophiles to get in touch with our kids. Maybe when one of them gets sued. Maybe when one of them feel the repercussion. Then the rest of them will fall in line and protect the children somehow. There's got to be more stringent laws and ways to protect the children from these freaks.
And we know that coming forward isn't always easy. But we are asking anyone that may have interacted with him or anyone that may have any information to contact the police.
Toronto police had previously warned the public about Langdon in 2016 when he was arrested and eventually convicted of charges related to child pornography. According to court records accessed by Global News, he was sentenced to 2 years less a day in jail and
2 years for child pornography. 2 years for child pornography. And you see the pictures that he changes his appearance to look younger. And now they hit him with 96 charges. So what did that 2 years do to him? Nothing.
and put on the National Sex Offender Registry for life. But the registry, which can only be accessed by police, is just a list.
Here in America, we can access our registries. It's right there for you. You can go on the Newsbreak app. Pick crime map. And then press sex offender. Put in your zip code. and it'll show you all the sex offenders that are in your area. I do a little segment daily, outing one in my area, one in my state. You also check the registry yourself in your areas and keep your kids safe.
And once offenders are released from jail, they're often not tracked.
That's really the problem here, is we don't know how to address this type of behavior appropriately and how to manage it. Because that's really what it's about. You never stop having a sexual interest in children. It needs to be managed properly.
And that, he says, puts the onus on parents to police whom their kids speak with online, which can be a daunting task. The Canadian Centre for Child Protection reports its tip line has seen the number of reported luring incidents rise from 220 in 2018 to 2,013 in 2022.
Yeah, I would say that the 815% increase that we're seeing in the last few years is staggering to us.
And the real number, when considering unreported cases, could be much higher. Mike Drolet.
You know, it goes back to that same argument I have all the time. If they are going to offend our children, they need to be charged as such, like murderers. Like people who, they get 20 years in some states for breaking into a building. Right? You break into a house and they charge you with kidnapping if the people are home. So what about when you got a child and you got him against his will and you're molesting him? That's not kidnapping? That's not holding a child against his will and doing what you want with him? Why ain't they adding kidnapping into these sex offenders? Giving them 20 years, not giving them the opportunity to get out. This guy did 2 years in 2016. Hadn't he been able to get out, he wouldn't have been able to molest that 7-year-old kid. He wouldn't have these 96 charges against him that he reoffended. Oh, when they get out, we can't track them. You can't track them. If you are going to release them, make it part of their release that they have to pay for ankle bracelets. Put a chip in them. Put a chip in them and track them so you know where they are at all times. So if there is a reoffense, you can tell if that person was in that area. An ankle bracelet they can cut off and reoffend and hide. Put a tracking chip in them. Castrate them. Louisiana's doing it, right? Come on, there's ways and the government can do it, but there's no money. If they hold them in prison, there's no money for it, right? Let them go back. Let them get out. And they get arrested. Everybody eats, right? The police department makes money because they're making arrests and their numbers go up. Out of that 800% increase that they showed, how many were reoffenders? Come on. We're failing our kids. And then when kids are unaliving themselves and getting ridiculed in school and getting blamed, young women getting blamed for getting raped, that it's their problem, their fault. Look at the way she dressed, and a young person can't wear a pair of jeans that accents their body at their age, because that means that they're calling for sex offenders to. Are you serious? I don't know. Let me know what you all think. What do you think about this puke? What do you think about people who are charged with offending our kids, and I don't care what the age is. And not only our kids, even if they're adults, when they're forcing women or boys or whoever, when they're forcing elderly people, when they're forcing handicapped people, and they're sexually assaulting them, they should be given life sentences and not being able to, you know, it used to be an eye for an eye, right? In the old days in the Bible. Well, it's inhumane when they force a person to be accosted and sexually abused against their will, right? So, but when they go to prison and Big Bubba does it to them, oh, he's wrong. Well, it just lets them know this is what you did to somebody and it's wrong. And then they know how it feels. Okay? Let me know what you all think. Hit your boy Big Will. Hey, don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button. Helps out the channel, it helps me. Let's keep these sex offenders behind bars where they belong. Like my boy JD Delay says, wood chipper 2025. Let's keep them, or castrate them and send them home. Let them have to sit down and pee for the rest of their lives and see how they feel. But even you say castrate them, there are women offenders too. There are women offenders too. And what do you do with them? You want to microchip your dog? Microchip the sex offenders and send them home. Put a tattoo on their forehead. I am a sex offender. So everybody knows who you are. But it just stops them from reoffending. Doesn't let them get next to people. Come on. Let's do better. It's your boy Big Will, Life After Prison TV. We'll see you all on the next one. Peace.